What's good, y'all, man? I finally got some content for y'all boys, man. It's been a minute. I feel y'all. I've been uploading a lot of my spring practice coverage. Still got some more to do, man. But look, the college stuff has been slim pickings right now. There ain't a whole lot going on, man. But as we ramp into the summer, we got obviously OVs coming. And we got big-time commitments coming as well as these teams trying to fill out their future rosters. So, man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be hip. Honestly, man, I can't wait, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. But maybe we're going to break down this list from Joe Klatt, who I really respect. Like, he has a really good feel of the game of college football, man. And his lists are usually top tier, in my humble opinion. But let's break it down. All right, top 10. All right, so you got Cade Klubnik. I feel him. Like, I think Cade is one of the top guys. It's all preference at that point, right? Cade has shown that he can take a team to the postseason. Might not be the best in all areas, but he can kind of overcome that. Now, I know they lost to Texas. I feel y'all know what y'all going to say. But still, I think he has probably the best chance to have a big season next year and put themselves in that Heisman conversation. Now, next up is Arch Manning. A lot of y'all been commenting and saying, well, he shouldn't be a top guy. Some lists he hasn't even been top 10 because they say he hasn't played at all or even played enough. But I feel like we know Arch has the keys to the car. We know that he's going to be, how well he does is going to be how successful Texas is going to be this season. So I definitely think Arch is easily in that top 2, top 3 conversation, right? He showed a little bit of flash. I think this year he should take that next step forward. All right, next up with Oklahoma. Got some big things in the works for them. Jaden Ott, right? Obviously, John Metz here. Should be the year they take a step forward under their head coach. Under head coach Brent Venables, right? I like that. Now, the only part I disagree with on this list is Sam Leavitt. Again, I told y'all, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I barely can put him in my top 10. So that's the part where I err at with Klatt. But I say he got a solid top 3 in my humble opinion. But Leavitt's going to be a little bit lower for me. If you want to put Drew Aller in, sure, you can make him as obviously a top 4, top 5. After that, I think at 5, you got to go obviously with DJ Lagway, man. Lagway's that dude, bro. Now, I know what y'all said. Didn't have the best completion percentage, yada, yada. But Lagway's a guy. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I'm going to go Drew Aller 4. I'm going to go DJ Lag 5, right? And then from there, I'm going to move up. I'm going to surprise y'all a little bit. Like I said, I think the list is solid. I'm going to put Lenoris Sellers as my 6, right? Because I feel like he proved enough. All SEC caliber selection. How they finish the season, they're going to be a team to watch for years to come and obviously into the future. You know what I'm saying? So for me, Lenoris is going to be my guy at number 6. Then I will put Garrett Nussmeier at number 7. Has a lot to prove this year. Pretty good quarterback. Can LSU be relevant? Right? Biggest question obviously surrounding that team and that program. So I'll put Nussmeier at 7. Then at that point, I'm going to put Sam Leavitt at 8. Again, remember, a lot of this offense was predicated on Cam Scatterbo. Now, they have receivers. They got guys that can win one-on-one on the outside, can beat zones and things like that. But at the same time, I got to see him do it without having that battering ram he had before. So I'm going to go, obviously, with him at number 8. Now, Luke Altmaier, this is the year they got to take a step forward, right? We see teams like Indiana emerge this past year, right? South Carolina is another team that emerged and finally had a better season than maybe we would have thought early on. Colorado had a really good year this past year. You know what I'm saying? Kansas State, can they be in the Big Ten, that team that emerges, right? Again, we've seen it with Indiana in the Big Ten. Can they be that next team that emerges? They should be. A lot of people like Luke Altmaier. That's a guy I definitely like as well. And a lot of lists he got left off of. A lot of people like Sawyer Robertson, obviously out of Baylor, over him. But that's interesting to say the least. And then at 10, I do respect him for having Carson Beck. Again, I'm not his biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? I got to see you do it and overcompensate when not everything is your way. And he's going to be able to get a chance to prove that this year. Miami has a pretty good to decent roster, but there are some holes on that roster. You know what I'm saying? So can he get this team to a college football playoff, which they couldn't even do with Cam Ward? I feel like Cam Ward overcompensated the weak areas of this roster and this team last year, right? Can Beck do that? I would say no. So for me, I'm changing out Beck for Haynes King. That's just my personal opinion. That's who I'm going to take. Doesn't turn over the football. Georgia Tech doesn't have, they have great players. Georgia Tech does, obviously, but they don't have like this top 5, top 10 roster in college football. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. They have a very good, well-rounded roster, but they do not have a top 10 roster in college football. You know what I'm saying? I won't say that. They have a good roster. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be respectful when I say this. They have a good roster, but they don't have like a Georgia, a Texas, a Penn State. They don't have that kind of roster just yet. They're working to get that, really good 2025 class, obviously, but they don't have that super esteemed roster. And the fact that he threw for 20 plus touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, I know he missed time. That would be a top 10 quarterback for me. And to be honest with y'all, I like King over Altmaier and Carson Beck as well. And I will put him in that conversation over Sam Leavitt too. That's just my personal preference. Y'all call me biased. I've seen it game in, game out, in person, what Haynes King can do. That would be me. So honestly, I'm gonna give Klatt, who I respect and admire pretty greatly, I'm gonna give him a B on this list. Couple things I would change around. You know what I'm saying? I like his top 3. I think it's real solid. But after 3, I have to mix and match it around a little bit. Take some guys off, put some guys on. So that's how I would go. I would give him a solid B. But comment down below, who are your top 10 quarterbacks for 2025?